Hey everyone, this is Jairo Morales from The Grind Fitness and welcome to my channel. On this channel, you're gonna learn how to take care of your body while we do this wonderful sport called Jiu-Jitsu. Everything from joint strength training classes to mobility classes, as well as yoga and many other professionals to teach you what is the best path for you and your Jiu-Jitsu journey. If you haven't already, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. You know what to do. Share this with somebody if you think this might help the community to be able to take care of their body for their journey on Jiu-Jitsu. Oos, guys. Hope to see you on the mat.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Sunday evening Wellness for Jiu-Jitsu Recovery Sunday. My name's Tyler. I call myself Submission Yogi, at least on the social media. And this is a donation-based class that we do every week. Feel free to explore the links below. Give us a quick like, subscription if you haven't already. And we'll say thank you in advance for that love and support that you guys show us. We couldn't do it without you. So here we go. Today we're gonna start right away in a standing position at the front of your mat. So pick a side and we'll refer to it as the front. Stand with your big toes close together, your heels a little bit apart. Let your arms relax at your sides. Do one nice big shoulder roll, shoulders up, back and down. Now just close your eyes and take a big deep breath. One more big deep breath. And on the next inhale, your arms come up in the air. Inhale. And exhale to a forward fold, bending your knees, letting your belly rest on your thighs, head hangs. Inhale. Flatten your back, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands to the mat, step your feet back to a plank position, and lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, inhale, look up, arch your back, press your hands. And exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, press them up and back, bend your knees here. Make your spine straight. Downward facing dog. We're doing a little bit more of a traditional Ashtanga practice today. It's a little bit more of a yang or a more active practice, but this is about your recovery anyways. So if at any time you feel stressed, maybe this is a position you're feeling some stress, your breathing's hard, you can always come down to a child's pose, knees down to the mat. Untuck your toes, sit back onto your heels in this restorative pose. This is an option. At any time throughout your practice, you notice your breath being maybe too fast, or maybe you hold your breath. Take a minute to center yourself, come back into your body and into your breath. On our next inhale, we'll move from our dog up to that halfway lift position. So walk your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Let your spine hang. Inhale, roll all the way up, arms up. And exhale, just stand. We're going to do two more. Sun Salutation A. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need to let your back relax. A little stretch in the hamstrings. Inhale, straighten your legs, hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to a plank and lower down to the bottom of a push-up, maybe float. Inhale, untuck your toes, upward facing dog, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Find some movement in your dog. bending one knee, straightening the other leg, pedaling back and forth. Try bending your knees very deep and allowing your head to hang, your shoulders to relax, and then starting to straighten your legs just a little bit. Inhale, walk your feet to meet your hands, look up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Head hangs. Inhale, roll all the way up. Head's last to come up. Arms up. Exhale, release your arms to your side. Take one breath to center yourself. One more sun A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Arch your back. Press your feet. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips up. Downward facing dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Take big, deep breaths in and out through your nose. Inhale, look forward, step or jump your feet to your hands, look up, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, roll all the way up, hands up, look up. Exhale, release. Moving on to sun salutation B. Inhale, bend your knees, sit in an invisible chair. Arms up, look up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your knees bent, head hangs. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, hands to the mat. High plank, low plank. Inhale, back bend. Press the tops of your feet. Exhale, down dog. We're going to keep moving. Inhale, right leg to in between your hands. Come all the way up into a warrior one. Take a breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog or cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Warrior one on the left side. Big inhale, left foot towards your hands. Bend your front knee, press your back foot into the mat. Arms up, look up. Take a couple breaths to get there if you need. And then exhale, let it go. It's okay if that pose isn't perfect. Move through your flow. Up dog and down dog. Try moving with your breath. Your breath is the guide through these sun salutations. We meet in down dog for 5 breaths at the end of sun B. Next, inhale forward to that halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sit in chair pose, arms up, look up, and exhale, stand. One more time, in sun salutation B, inhale, bend your knees, sit in your chair, arms up, exhale, and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, low plank. Inhale, back bend. Spread your fingers. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, turn your left foot to 45 degrees. Step your right leg forward towards your hands and come up into warrior one. Keep your hips and torso facing front. Inhale, look up, bend your front knee. Exhale, move all the way to that low push-up. Inhale, do a back bend, look up. Exhale, press your hips up and back, down dog. Warrior one, left side. Inhale, step your foot, rise all the way up. That's all one big breath. And then exhale all the way back down to the floor. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, down dog. It's a complicated movement. Don't feel bad if you didn't nail it. No problem. We're just here to practice, learning to listen to our bodies, maybe testing ourselves. Again, if you're feeling stressed, sit down, breathe. It's the most important part. We'll meet back in down dog. And on an inhale, step or jump your feet to meet your hands into a flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sit back into your chair, arms up. And exhale, stand up, arms to your side. Let's take a big, deep breath. Nice job. Moving on, feet to hip width apart. Spread your feet a little bit. Hands to hips, inhale. Stand up tall. And exhale, bend your knees a little bit and fold from the waist. Reach for your toes or your shins, ankles, and let your head hang. If you can reach your toes, you can do the peace fingers, yogi grip on your big toe. Pull your back longer, stretch your hamstrings, let your head hang heavy. Keep breathing. You should have a nice connection between your thighs and your belly. If not, bend your knees. Let your lower back relax. Nice deep forward fold. Next inhale, we're going to come halfway up to that halfway lift. Exhale here, hands to your hips. And inhale, come all the way up. Take a big step to the back of your mat with your right leg. Adjust your feet so you have a nice wider than shoulder width, maybe feet underneath your hands, arms out to a T. Turn your right toes towards the back of your mat. And keeping your torso straight, lean forward, lean to your right towards your right toes, and hinge from your hips. Hand to your shin, left arm to the sky. Try not to roll forward. Keep your left shoulder pulling back. One straight line. Look up to your left hand. If it doesn't hurt your neck, breathe. Triangle pose. Make little adjustments that feel good, and then find some stillness. Next, exhale, look down to your feet. Inhale, come all the way back up to a centered, wide-legged stand, and then turn your left toes out to the short side, the front of your mat. Check your alignment between your feet. Make sure you're not too staggered, almost like you could put two planes of glass in front of you and behind you, and you would stay in between those as you lean forward to your left, hinging at your hip, hand to your shin, left hand shin, right hand sky, look up. If it's too intense, you can back out a little bit. Just find a place that you feel some work, but you can still breathe. Exhale, look down to your feet. Inhale, come back up to that wide-legged position. I'm just going to turn around so you can see the front of my body. If you're watching your own practice, that's beautiful too. Turn your right toes to the front. You can make a little bit wider stance here So you feel a little bit more stretch, arms to a T, and then bend your front knee to a place where you can. Adjust your feet so it feels nice, and then set your right elbow on top of your right quad, on top of your knee, so you make a straight line from shoulder to ankle. And then stretch your left arm over your ear, so your left foot and your left hand draw a straight line. Extended side angle pose. Keep bending the front knee. Maybe look up to your hand if your neck allows it. Find balance, strength in this pose. And inhale with strong press of your right leg. Come all the way back up into an equal standing. Toes facing the front of your mat. Take a breath. Exhale, turn your left toes out. Bend your left knee, elbow to knee, right hand over your right ear. Try not to collapse into your bottom shoulder. Press your shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, back to center. And come back to the front of your mat. Stand at the front of your mat, feet together, arms to your side. Center yourself for a second. Moving into some balancing poses. Left hand to your left hip. Inhale, reach your right peace fingers for your right big toe. Make a connection, a nice grip on your toe. Stay balanced here. If you find you're losing your balance, pick one spot, non-moving to look at. Focus your gaze there. And if it feels good, try to straighten your right leg out in front. Don't curl around your back too much. Try to keep your back straight. Left leg, bottom leg nice and straight. Find your balance. Strong position here. Keep breathing. Nice and easy. Bring that foot back to the earth. Maybe shake out your hips a little bit. Spread your toes on your right foot. Make that foot strong. Come to your left toes. Lift your left foot. Balance on your right. Reach down. Catch your right foot. Left peace fingers around your big toe. Stand here, right hand on your hip. Balance, find your balance, and when you feel ready, straighten your left leg. Straight in front. Doesn't need to be straight, but kick it out until you feel that tension in the back of your hamstring. Right leg should be nice and straight. Breathe. Exhale, nice and smooth, back to earth. From the front of your mat, step back again, this time with your right leg. Feet about hip width apart, and just adjust your back or front foot so that when you bend your knee, it tracks right over your ankle. Feel comfortable in your base, and then lift your arms up. A warrior one posture. Strong position. Legs are working. Mind is calm and centered. Breath is strong and deep. Maybe look up to your hands, add a little bit of a back bend if it feels all right. And on an inhale, we're going to keep our upper body the same as it is and turn to the long side of your mat, and then again to the short side on the other side. Check your feet, make sure they're in a good position, side to side, forward to backwards, and then bend your front knee, trying to keep your whole back foot on the mat. Warrior one on the other side, look up to your hands. Big deep breaths here. Your arms are burning, let them go, shake them out. We're going to move straight into warrior two, moving the back leg back a little bit and turning it to face the long side of the mat. Check your alignment. You should align your front foot, heel to the inner arch of your back foot. Arms to the sides. Chest faces the long side of your mat. Head looks over your right hand. Right knee bends close to 90, knee over ankle. Find the pose, find the strength, find your calm, and breathe. Moving with your breath on an inhale, straighten your right leg, turn your toes, both facing the long side. Exhale, left toes to the front of your mat and bend your left knee. Make sure you're reaching your arms out straight in a T, maybe pinching your shoulder blades together a little bit. Sink into your hips, but keep your feet strong and pressing into the mat. Inhale back up to center, hands to your waist. Come all the way back up to the front of your mat. Take a breath. Let's do one vinyasa, kind of like that sun salutation, to work our way to a seated position. For the last poses, inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to a plank. Lower down to your belly or hover your belly. Inhale, untuck your toes, back bend. Exhale, let's just go to a child's pose here. So knees wide, toes, big toes together. Sit back on your heels. Take a couple breaths in a child's pose, forehead to the mat. Walk your hands an inch forward. Let your hips stay heavy and just breathe here. Go forward into a tabletop. Cross your ankles. Sit back to your butt. Legs out in front. Back straight, hands by your hips. Pull your toes towards your shin, flexing your feet. Inhale, exhale. Hinge from your hips, lead with your chest and a flat back. Walk your hands along your legs. Keep your chest lifted. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. And then gently let your head round, making an equal stretch along the entire back side of your body. Try not to feel it too much in your lower back. If you can, grab your toes, make that connection with your feet. Use them to adjust the sensations of the stretch. Find something that feels good and just relax and breathe. Next inhale, slowly come all the way up, back to seated. Bend the right knee, bring the foot towards your butt. Right hand up and twist to your right. Put the right hand behind you. Hug your right knee into your chest and start to look behind you. See if you can start this twist in your lower back. Follow it by your shoulders and then your head. Keep your left foot flexed and your spine as straight as possible. Next exhale, back to center. Straighten your right leg, bend left leg, foot nice and close to your butt. Sit up straight. Left arm up and reach behind you. Right arm hugs your left leg in towards your chest. Sit up nice and straight. Flex your right foot. Sage twist. Exhale, let that go. Both legs straight. And using your hands to walk yourself back to your elbows and then onto your back. We're going to move into a bridge. So bring your feet close to your butt here. Hip width apart. Press your hands into the mat and lift your hips. Try to bring your chest towards your chin. Maybe interlace your fingers behind your back. Maybe tucking your shoulder blades a little further underneath. Pressing your hips up one last time. Take a big deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Do one more bridge. Reset your feet a little closer to your butt if you want. Inhale, press your hips up, come up onto your shoulders. Interlace your fingers. If you've got a full back bend or a full wheel, feel free to express that back bend however you'd like. One last breath, make it a good one. Press your hips and then relax. We'll do one nice inversion here. If you're not comfortable going upside down, just start slow by keeping your feet straight up in the air. So a very mild inversion. If you're ready to go a little deeper, we're moving towards shoulder stand, hands towards your hips. Lift your hips up, walk your hands towards your lower back. Your chest comes to your chin. Keep the weight off of your neck. Support your back with your hands. Make sure you can breathe. Try not to turn your head too much to the side. Squeeze your legs together, point your toes, and then let your legs relax. Just enjoying the sensations of this inversion. Three more nice big deep breaths. And then as you come down, your feet can come over your head as you walk your hips with your hands back to the mat. Feet to the mat. Feet wide on your mat. Let your knees fall towards each other. Right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. Make any little adjustments you need to make yourself super comfortable. Check in with your shoulders, your feet, your head position. Find something where you can let as many muscles in your body relax, melt as their final pose. Close your eyes. Just let go. I want to suggest that you stay in this position for as long as you have free time. It helps tremendously with recovery to lay flat. If you want to straighten your legs out too and let your feet fall open to the sides, let your arms come out to the side, find an even more relaxed corpse pose. You can just soak up the benefits of this practice and let your body do the healing it knows how to do. But for me, I'm at about a half an hour. So I'm going to sit up, take a deep breath in a seated pose, bring my hands to my heart, and say a big thank you to everyone who watched this and enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought. Share some love, feedback. We appreciate it. And this is Tyler, Submission Yogi for Wellness for Jiu-Jitsu, Sunday, Recovery Sunday. Thanks for joining us. Oos. Namaste.